So shoulder issues are definitely the most common thing that we see in our office. It's probably 5 to 1 over all the other complexes combined. There's a lot of really different conditions that feel the same in the shoulder. Because the shoulder is surrounded by a capsule, a lot of times people will think it's just a generalized rotator cuff issue, and it's something a lot more specific than that. A lot of times neck issues, someone that thinks they've got a big neck problem is usually stemming from the shoulder. So I want to take a couple of the videos here and break down the most common conditions we see in the office and how they would be treated. So the most common condition that we see in our office is what we refer to as a bicep tendon complex. It's one of the conditions that one thing leads to the next, it leads to the next, it leads to the next. This is really the big one that made me spur the video series, because I hear myself saying every day in my office, you're not going to be able to look up the bicep tendon complex online. There's not a lot of stuff that shows one thing leading to the next to the next. It's one condition. So I kind of want to go through what the bicep tendon complex entails. It usually will present in the office as very tight tension through the neck. You'll often hear people say, this is the one I go get a massage, it feels good for 2 days, it comes back. I go to my therapist or my chiropractor, it feels good for 2 days, it comes back. It's a chronic, constant condition. We look at this, we test them through the full orthopedics, and we find out it's this bicep tendon complex. And the treatment's kind of neat. What's happening here is through Dr. Vierson's shoulder blade here, you've got 5 big muscles that are working together. You've got the rhomboids through here, the trap muscles through here, 2 muscles on the outer part of the shoulder blade and 1 on the underside. When the bicep tendon complex hits on the front side, it irritates some of the nerves in that area. And what that's going to do is shut down the muscles of the shoulder blade. These are no longer working as strong as they need to, so the big muscles in here, the rhomboids and the traps, they tighten up. They start taking over for some of the work that was being done. So it's real important on this complex that you do the bicep tendon, remove the interference of the nerve, you get in here and you work out the tight muscles, again using manual fascial techniques where you get in there with your hands. We can use the Graston tools like this and get in there. A lot of times we'll use a full-on massage technique and get in there and really work out these tight muscles. The second thing is we need to get in there and exercise and strengthen the weak muscles that aren't doing their job. Now, part of the reason they're weak is from the nerve interference. The other part is because everybody has weak muscles in this area. So we want to get in and strengthen these things up. The last part that we do as part of the bicep tendon series and the complex is to do the proper adjustments that go. The collarbone is of utmost importance, because if that thing is moving and is not functioning in the right position, the pec muscle on the front of the shoulder and on the back side on that trap is going to be a lot tighter than it should be. So we want to get in there and set that. We'll do the adjustments as specified as we find through the thoracic area, and a lot of times you're going to find the lowest vertebrae in the neck is also going to be rotated one way or another, so we'll look at that as well.